Talk 1310 KFKA.
You've only got a couple of hours left. If you're going to pull a party out of your ass, you might want to stand up.
Hello. Thank you for listening to the New World Order Report with the Conspiracy Keepers. My name should not matter. What should matter is that the information presented here be given to everyone you know. We hope that you, the listener, explore the possibility that we are in fact being controlled by forces well outside the circle of decency and morals. A circle that is just part of the many symbols used every day to keep you in fear, in the dark, and uninformed. Our topic today, and every day, is the New World Order agenda. How do you know which societies are working with the New World Order and which ones are not? Find out now. Here come the Conspiracy Keepers.
Good evening, Gotham. Metropolis, Emerald City, Xanadu, Babylon, and happy birthday to the ISS. 17 years young as we look at headlines for 11/3/17. Joining us back on the phone to recap the last hour, Joe Lanier from the Conspiracy Keepers. And bringing on board Sam Hammer, of course, formerly Sam I Am.
Hello there.
All right, Joe, I can already hear a little tingle in the voice, so we're going to cut short for you on the bottom.
Okay.
Sam,
okay.
I'll
Good.
give you the cue. What's next? About 13 after, we'll hit your segment. We'll cut you loose. We'll let Joe wrap it up, and we'll call it a day.
Okay.
However, live from the Pro Realty Old Town Studios, a Quantum News Network production, the Scooter McGee Show, Hour 2 begins now. I'm also looking at my calendar, guys. If you've got calendars in front of you, 2 weeks from now is Thursday the 16th. Sam, is your calendar open for the 18th? Saturday?
I had it here. Oh, here it is. Oh, there it is. It's a big one. I'm distracted by the girls in the bikinis. Okay. The 16th is
Thursday.
Monday. What time?
No. Thursday, November 16th, 2017,
November.
Sam.
Oh, November. I forgot it's November already. Oh, my God. Yeah, I got it right here.
Okay. Saturday the 18th.
What do you want me to put in it?
Well, in theory, can we all, Joe, you and I, Sam, Cha-Cha, Backlash, all of us in a room on Saturday the 18th? Is that possible?
You know, I would like that. I think we should.
No, we need to have the meeting.
Yeah,
we have to have the meeting to set forth what's going to go in January. Does that work?
Yeah, that's another the new moon, according to my calendar.
All right. So, Sam, does that work? And then if everything goes bad and we have to do a double day, can I just crash on the couch?
Okay. All right. Yeah. No problem.
Will that work? Okay. So we're locked in for that. Yeah. I'll get with Backlash tomorrow, and we'll make this happen. Sam, you get with Cha-Cha, and we'll all be in the same room. We'll figure it all out, and we'll lay it out for December, January. So let's recap for the listeners. There is confusion still in a fluid situation coming out of Thornton, Colorado, and the situation in Walmart, the shooting, leaving 3 fatalities, 2 male, 1 female. We have a 47-year-old, Joe pointing out the numerology of how many letters in the name, the age. Right. Again, things are looking a little conspiratorial, but still, it's, as we point out, within the first 72 hours, that's when we get the facts, and that's when we get the disinfo. We're only 24 plus into this cycle. We're 48 hours plus into the cycle of Tribeca, but we're now a month out from the Vegas shooting. We still don't have details there, and now the lawsuits are being filed. Hey, we want the info.
Oh, yeah.
And we're back to, as Joe and I were talking, and again, Sam, I don't know how much you were streaming of the show before we put you on, and the people
are 20 minutes.
People are starting to wake up. They don't know what they're waking up to, but they know something is wrong. Would you at least agree with that?
Oh, yeah. With this last incident, yes, I think there's something wrong.
Joe.
And I don't know what to say of it. I try to, give everyone an equal fair shake of the deal, but there's too many people, especially in the media, that are upset about the dragging of their feet with information. Taking so many hours to get information to us, and people are worried, so they need some information now.
And we are now in a 24-hour...
We're an immediate society.
Yeah, no, we're in a 24-hour, give it to me now. That's what we want. I mean,
right.
What is, damn it, what is that? It's called something. Instant gratification. What is it?
Instant gratification. Yeah,
Yeah,
right.
that's the society we've become. We want it. We want it now. Period. Done. If we can't get it now, we're going to go get it somewhere else. But we're going to get it, and we're going to get it now.
Right. Well, we have the technology. Let's do it.
Joe, anything you want to recap on this before we give Sam his little tidbit? Well, we can't use tidbit. Sorry.
The
trivia
thing that
portion,
we
then
had
you can
talked
recap.
about the last time that we had talked, that we still haven't had any closure of this that's going on in Las Vegas, because we know that the Mandalay Bay has cameras. They have cameras in every square foot in that hotel. They have cameras in every square foot in the parking lot. So we should have videotapes. We should have pictures of this guy going into the Mandalay Bay in his car taking pictures, him going through with his weapons, however he carried them up to his room, into his room. How many videotapes do we have? How many videotapes do we have of him doing this? Nothing.
Well, here's the thing. I was just a few minutes ago, I was kind of defending or being the devil's advocate on the Thornton police because of, there's somebody that's going to trial here. But the guy in Vegas, he's dead. And as far
exactly.
And the guy in custody in New York, I mean, if the president of the United States is tweeting time for the death penalty, I mean, can you get a fair trial in New York?
Yeah.
Meanwhile, coming off CNN, here's a great one from CNN, guys. Why does the Las Vegas shooter's motive even matter? That headline,
come on.
That headline is from yesterday, November 1st, 2017, CNN.
You're kidding.
Why does the Las Vegas shooter's motive even matter? That's yesterday's headline, Eric Levinson, CNN. Joe, Sam, whoever wants it first.
Well, let me tell you what. I mean, this Las Vegas shooter. I mean, this is like exploding my head because nobody's asked these questions that I just asked right now. If we have no videotapes of this guy going up into his room, we have no videotapes of him carrying weapons up to his room. We only have a couple of videotapes. I should say a couple of pictures of this guy. One with his eyes closed. I mean, this is maddening to me. We should have all kinds of information about this guy.
We've got more info
about him.
We've got more info on the brother and the child porn on the computer than we do.
I know, exactly. So why I am so upset right now is the American people. Why aren't you crying out? We want more videotape. We want more information on this guy. Apparently, they have accepted this narrative. It doesn't really matter about the questions that we have. This concert, which is a very loud concert, and all of a sudden we hear gunshots from a block away, which are louder than the concert, which looks like it's going over the PA system itself.
Joe,
it's like, this doesn't make any sense. I mean, come on, people ask these questions.
Joe, in 4 weeks, 3 people who identified multiple shooters are now dead.
Oh, they are?
Yeah. All right, Sam.
Yeah.
Joe.
Okay. Let me.
Joe,
just,
chill your voice.
A couple more stats before I go.
Chill your voice and chill your drink, and let's go to Sam.
The what now?
You just chill your voice and chill your drink for a minute. Let's go to Sam. What do you got for us tonight, Sam?
Okay. Go ahead.
Okay, I wanted to bring something on the lighter side. You guys listen to radio and TV a lot. You talk for a living. You must listen to a lot of your counterparts out there. Sometimes you get a little critical. And I just want to know, do your ears perk up when you hear a professional broadcaster make an obvious mispronunciation?
Yes.
You see what I did there?
Yes.
Did you see what I did there?
Yes.
I said pronunciation. That's one of the big words that people mispronounce.
Pronunciation.
It's pronunciation, yeah. We know that. You and I know that. We know that. But I've over the years, I've compiled a list of a lot of words that people, and I think maybe you guys will mispronounce. And it's called orthoepy, which is the study of pronunciation of language. There is a weather meteorologist on Channel 9.
Oh,
She's a nice lady, and I love her. Her great presentation and everything, and she's bilingual too. But there's one buzzword that all meteorologists use a lot. She never gets it right. It's I'll tell you how to spell it. You tell me how to pronounce it.
okay.
ACCUMULATION.
Joe, you or me?
Go ahead. I understand what you're saying. Go ahead. Talk about it.
Accumulation.
Yeah.
Exactly. You say accumulation, but she always says accumulation, and it just drives me crazy. Just like when people put a D in the word important, they say important. That bugs me. That bugs me a lot.
I think this whole conversation is irrelevant.
Oh, I know. It's not related at all. I was just bringing the lighter side of local,
But irrelevant isn't a word either. That was the point. You missed it, Sam.
Is a word. Well, you're thinking about irregardless.
Oh, well, irregardless doesn't matter. Yes, irrelevant, irregardless. Same word.
Can I add one more word before I go?
Yes.
Sure.
The word notoriety. Does anybody know what notoriety means? Because I hear that word used all over the media, national, local, notoriety. Can anybody tell me what that means?
Well, the actual definition?
Some kind of import.
It's
it's
the state of being famous or well known for some bad quality or deed.
Yes, it means something bad. It means like John Dillinger.
Yeah.
Your notoriety means you're something bad.
Correct.
And they always use it for something famous, like, oh, I need notoriety, meaning, oh, I need publicity. It's like, no. Notoriety means your publicity for something bad.
I'm notorious for smoking behind the bar. That's
exactly.
Yes.
And I see this word misused all the time on national TV, local TV. They all want notoriety, which means we want to be notarized for something bad. Okay.
I got another one. I got one for you.
One more.
Okay. All right, one more.
Joe. And this is something that you may mispronounce, and a lot of people do, and it's because they were raised mispronouncing it. It's basically a dessert, and it's like ice cream.
Sherbet.
And it's what is it?
Sherbet.
Right.
Not sherbet. Not sherbet,
Exactly.
but sherbet.
Exactly, sherbet. Yeah.
Okay.
It's from a Turkish derivation. It's not the French pronunciation.
Sam?
Like people say sorbet.
Sorbet is different. Okay, Sam, we're going to cut you loose. Joe, we'll come right back to you, and then we'll cut you loose. We'll see all of you Saturday the 18th. Sam, good night. We'll talk to you tomorrow.
Very good.
I'm going to drop you on the board. Joe, you're still there?
I'm still here.
Okay, we're going to come right back to you, and then we'll wrap up the Conspiracy Keepers 11-2-17 as we look at headlines 11-3-17 on a Quantum News Network production of the Scooter McGee Show.
Are you listening to the Scooter McGee Show? Well, misery does love company. Stay tuned to News Talk 1310 KFKA.
Come see and hear a sensational night of rock and roll at the Union Colony Civic Center in Greeley, November 10th at 7:30. Neil Berg's 50 Years of Rock and Roll showcases Broadway stars and incredible rock and roll singers. You'll experience classic songs and stories from the 50-year history of the music that changed the world forever. Neil Berg's 50 Years of Rock and Roll at the Union Colony Civic Center in Greeley, November 10th at 7:30. For tickets and more information, call 356-5000 or go online to ucstars.com.
So you think the Pawn Stars are in Vegas, huh? Have you been to City National Pawn? 3301 West 10th Street in Greeley, and you're the Pawn Star. With great deals on commercial and industrial tools, electronics, smartphones, laptops, and fine jewelry. So many great deals and a constantly changing inventory guarantee you get the best deal in town at City National Pawn. Need quick cash fast? City National Pawn has got you covered there too. Monday through Friday and Saturdays, remember, you're the Pawn Star at City National Pawn, 3301 West 10th Street in Greeley.
the home of the UNC Bears.
The one-handed catch, stepping in front of the defender to haul it in at the 22.
Northern Colorado's football station, 1310 KFKA.
UNC hits the road this Saturday evening to match up with the Sacramento State Hornets. I'm Troy Coverdale. Join Aaron Rath and me beginning at 6:05 for Blue and Gold Game Day. The Workout West kickoff is at 7 o'clock as the Bears and Hornets tangle in Sacramento Saturday night.
The problem with most gyms is, well, they're gyms. Double Diamond CrossFit knows what it takes to get the results you're looking for. CrossFit is high-intensity, short workouts designed to improve your core and cardiovascular strength. Double Diamond CrossFit has classes throughout the day with certified coaches. You show up, warm up, and build your better body, all with the support of the CrossFit family. Double Diamond CrossFit on the corner of 59th Avenue and 10th Street in Greeley. Call 970-302-2024. And don't forget to ask how you can get a free week on us.
He reports and you decide. These are the stories from the headlines of the day, presented outside the realm of decency. Just keep telling yourself, I'm listening to Scooter McGee. News Talk 1310 KFKA.
I'm through with standing in line. The clubs I'll never get in. It's like the bottom of the ninth, and I'm never gonna win this. Life hasn't turned out quite the way I want it to be. Tell me what you want. I want a brand new house on an episode of Cribs, and a bathroom I can play baseball in, and a king-size tub big enough for 10 plus me. What you need? I'll need a credit card that's got no limit, and a big black jet with a bedroom in it. Gonna join the Mile High Club at 37,000 feet.
Done that. Welcome back. Welcome back. Thursday night, our vignette, of course, of the Conspiracy Keepers. Backlash has a good excuse now tonight with the open house. But yes, well, the Conspiracy Keepers will have our first meeting here. It'll be Saturday the 18th. We'll bring the format back, full throttle, work out the kinks in December, and back on the run on January. Headlines of the day with Joe Lanier joining us on... That's the wrong... What in the hell was that, guys? Give me No, we're going early on this day to give Joe a voice on his rest. Or voice's rest.
Okay. All right, I'm here.
No, Adam's on the other side. Adam says hi. Okay, guys, go.
Okay.
We're on a 3 delay. Okay, headlines for tomorrow, 11/3/17. Then we'll wrap up tonight's Quantum News Network production of Conspiracy Keepers. Joe, we start tomorrow 15:07 with Leonardo da Vinci.
Nice.
Our trivia question the other night was the Mona Lisa. What is missing on the Mona Lisa's face, other than her smile? Do you know?
I don't know that.
Eyebrows and eyelashes. Anyway,
oh, wow.
Leonardo da Vinci tomorrow is commissioned by the husband of Lisa to paint her. The work, of course, known as the Mona Lisa. It's Giordani. Lisa Giordani is who's the picture. Let's get up to 1631, the Reverend John Eliot arriving at the Massachusetts Bay Colony. He, the first Protestant minister to dedicate himself to the conversion of Native Americans here to Christianity in the colonies.
Okay.
1793, the principal founder of Texas, Stephen F. Austin, is born. It is 1796, now elected the second president of the United States, John Adams. 1839, Joe, the first Opium War begins between China and Britain.
Okay.
1892, the first automatic telephone service goes into service, LaPorte, Indiana. The device invented by Almond Stronger. It is the turn of the century, 1900. The first auto show in the United States opens at New York's Madison Square Garden. 1903, Panama now proclaims her independence from Colombia. 1911, the Chevrolet Motor Car Company is founded by Louis Chevrolet and William Durant.
Another 11.
1941, the U.S. ambassador to Japan warning that the Japanese may be planning an attack on the United States. Tomorrow, 11/3. 1941.
Hmm.
It is 1953. The Rules Committee of Organized Baseball restores the sacrifice flag. What in the flying is that thing doing in the headlines? 1957. Sputnik 2 is now launched by the Soviet Union, the second man-made satellite to be put up into orbit, as the Soviets also first to put an animal into orbit. And I guess that'll be our trivia question for tonight. 1973, U.S. Mariner 10 off. March 29th, 1974, becoming the first spacecraft to reach Mercury. 1975, Joe, do you remember where you were when David Hartman appeared, ABC, Good Morning America?
Oh, I think I was probably in bed.
Okay. 1979, 5 members of the Communist Workers' Party shot to death in broad daylight at a KKK rally in Greensboro, North Carolina. 87, China told the U.S. it'll halt the sales of arms to Iran. 95, Clinton dedicates the memorial at Arlington National Cemetery, to the 270 victims, that of the bombing of Pan Am Flight 103 over Lockerbie, Scotland.
Okay.
98, Bob Kane, the creator of Batman, dead at the age of, 8 plus 3 is 11, 83 years old.
Yes, a coincidence, no doubt.
Tomorrow, Joe, 1998, I think we all know where we are. I know exactly where I was, Scooter. They took me downstairs to the basement of the Capitol. What do you mean he effing won? Jesse the Body Ventura is now elected governor of Minnesota. This because a week before, then Governor Arnie Carlson and his talk show wife at the Blowtorch, 1500 KSDP, Barb Carlson, he got caught in a hot tub with an underage. So instead, Joe, instead of voting for Democrats, they just voted the independent and he won.
I know, a professional wrestler.
Meanwhile, 2014, tomorrow, the headline. One World Trade Center opens for business.
Mm-hmm.
In the ashes of 9/11 and the teardown, reconstruction, build-out, etc., and forgive me, One World Trade. Isn't it 1,776 feet tall? God, I'm not going to swear. Let me look.
I believe that you are correct about that.
No, it's an illuminous number. Hold on. One World Trade Center height. HIGHT. Removing the subfloors in the basement and all that. It is 1,776 feet. It is 1,792 to her tip.
And may I say, the same people that destroyed the Twin Towers are the same people that built this statue to resurrect it.
One World Trade.
No question about that.
When we started tonight, Joe, we were talking about numbers in 11, and we'll have 2 weeks, and then after our meeting, then the third week will technically that'll be Thanksgiving week, so we'll have a break. Then we'll come back in December. Joe, Backlash. In theory, we'll have Sam and we'll have Cha-Cha up here.
That'd be nice.
Well, no, and again, if not, we've got the right microphones. We had them all tested, so we're all good to go on that end. But in this next 2 weeks, because we'll still have you on next week, and that Thursday, the 18th or the 16th. But then we want to regroup down in Denver so we can get everybody up here for a show in December, and then again in January. We'll still do weekly cuts. But
we will.
But what dates in the next 2 weeks, 10 days, do you think are critical right now? I see 11/7 and I see 11/11. Okay. I mean, they stand out, obviously.
You're right.
But any others?
Well, one thing that I really want to add right now was one thing that doesn't stand out, which is I've seen all over the internet that people are afraid of November 4th through November 6th. And I can tell you right now, ain't nothing going to happen right there. Because that's not how the Illuminati works. They want to code their messages to where nobody gets it. And then once their message is out,
the fact.
they can figure it out. So now that we've got everybody all up in arms, something's going to happen November 4th through the 6th with the EMT EMP. We're watching. No.
Yes,
no. I guarantee you, nothing is going to happen on the 4th through the 6th.
Even though, again, POTUS and the crew, they're now going to be outside the United States. And again, the United States military is going to conduct this across the United States drill, simulating an EMP attack.
No, they are going to do that. There's no question about that. But keep in mind, they do that anyway. They do that. I mean, they have computers that simulate attacks all the time.
That's
and they
true.
do so that's nothing new. I'm just saying that everybody is, I have seen this blow up out of proportion. Just like the thing about, 2000 with the computers are going to crash. Oh, everybody's scared. It's not going to happen.
Nothing
is going to happen between November 4th and November 6th. You're going to be disappointed. They're going to do another direction altogether.
All right. So 11/4 through 6. How about an 11/7/17?
Maybe so. But I don't think it's going to be that close. See, what they do, when we were all scared about Y2K and all this kind of stuff in 2000.
Yeah, but we knew better back then. I keep showing
I know
Iron Man Indiglo that I got in Phoenix. Again,
nothing.
Remember this device? Remember you said these were all going to be worthless? And can you please explain why this watch in 2017 is keeping perfect time?
Nothing happened with Y2K. We were watching TV and all the news stations had egg on their face.
Yep.
What did happen is a year later with 2001 with 9/11.
Yep.
Okay, so once they get your guard, once they get you afraid and nothing happens, they get your guard down, then they're going to attack you a little bit later.
Exactly. Then you breathe a sigh of relief, and then you get hit.
Yeah, this is my prediction on this. Nothing is going to happen on November 4th through the 6th. People are going to be scared about that. Nothing's going to happen. But what I think they will do is they're going to hit you with something huge within a year. Maybe not a year, maybe a little bit less than that, but they're going to hit you with something big after that once you let your guard down. So, this November 4th, 6th, nothing's going to happen, but keep my word, something's going to happen within a year of that.
Joe Lanier from the Conspiracy Keepers. Find him on the World Wide Web, conspiracykeepers.com or theconspiracyzone.org. Joe, we'll talk to you soon.
Yes, we will. Look forward to it.
God bless, my friend. I love you.
Love you too, brother.
Talk to you soon. Gotham, we are way late. 33 after, 27 at the top. A quick commercial break and headlines. 11/3/17 on the Scooter McGee Show.
With a load of iron ore, 26,000 tons more than the Edmund Fitzgerald weighed empty. That good ship and true was a bone to be chewed when the gales of November came early.
Become a friend of Scooter McGee or like the Scooter McGee Show page. More of the Scooter McGee Show in a moment. 1310 KFKA's First Alert Weather, powered by Denver 7.
We'll have partly cloudy skies tonight with lows in the low to mid-30s. Highs tomorrow in the upper 60s with mostly sunny skies. And we'll be in the low 70s by Saturday with partly cloudy conditions. I'm Denver 7 meteorologist Stacey Donaldson, 1310 KFKA.
This weather update is brought to you by CRP 4x4, located at the corner of 9th Street and 21st Avenue in Greeley. Call them at 970-351-8603.
America's Retirement Store in Loveland, 970-776-7500 or online at americasretirementstore.com.
Everybody calls it the gold standard. In Eden, they call it the Gould standard. Gould Parts in downtown Eden is your answer for any part you need. Parts for cars, trucks, tractors, or heavy equipment. At Gould Parts, if we don't have your part, we'll find it. We'll even make parts for you like hydraulic hoses right on the spot. Gould Parts has been a staple in northern Colorado for over 50 years and is your source for quality Napa parts. Call Alan Gould and his great staff today at 454-3355. That's Gould Parts in downtown Eden, proud sponsor of Preps Radio.
Matt Rivette started in real estate just in time for the bottom to fall out of the market. And it turns out it was a good time to start. From day one, Matt Rivette had to do it right. Serve the client. Turn for sale into sold. 32 years later, we know market conditions will change. But Matt Rivette's commitment to you won't. This is a good time to get to know Matt Rivette at Pro Realty. List your commercial, income, or residential property with Matt Rivette. Call Matt Rivette at 970-356-1234 or go to ProRealtyHomes.com. You got a favorite t-shirt, right? Come on, admit it. You've got several. From killer concerts, the Grand Canyon, Vegas. and memories live in them. Create a treasure to remember with Windmill Productions. Years from now, you'll still be thanking Trevor and Kim for the attention to detail and quality that make the memories last a lifetime. Located at 813 East 18th Street, Windmill Productions on Facebook, Windmill Productions 914, or windmillprographics.com. Or give them a call, 970-702-2636.
What may be junk to you just might be another man's treasure. From stamps, sports memorabilia, silverware, or old jewelry, what may be junk to you just might be another man's treasures. Located at 2002 9th Street in Greeley, Another Man's Treasures can take these old items and convert them into cold, hard cash. Located at 2002 9th Street, remember Another Man's Treasure.
It's football season, and that means the Ernest College Junior Show airs Tuesday nights at 6:05 on 1310 KFKA, live from Stuffed Burger Bar on the 9th Street Plaza in downtown Greeley. Join the head coach and me each Tuesday evening as we discuss Bears football. Your questions and comments are welcome on Twitter at UNC Bears Radio, #AskTheCoach. Find me on Facebook at Troy.Coverdale. Or join Ernest and me at Stuffed Burger Bar in Greeley Tuesdays at 6:05. The Ernest College Junior Show on 1310 KFKA.
The problem with most gyms is, well, they're gyms. Double Diamond CrossFit knows what it takes to get the results you're looking for. CrossFit is high-intensity, short workouts designed to improve your core and cardiovascular strength. Double Diamond CrossFit has classes throughout the day with certified coaches. You show up, warm up, and build your better body, all with the support of the CrossFit family. Double Diamond CrossFit on the corner of 59th Avenue and 10th Street in Greeley. Call 970-302-2024. And don't forget to ask how you can get a free week on us.
Recognized by the Colorado Broadcasters Association as best news talk show host in a major market. You're listening to the Scooter McGee Show on News Talk 1310 KFKA.
The following program is intended for mature audiences.
The guys will get it. Boys and girls, you were so gosh darn good. Romeo says we can have one more. Scooter just snuck outside to do some shots. Welcome back, Gotham. No, Romeo at Market 41 would look at me, and if I gave him this symbol, he would run it. Here's Scooter says you were so gosh darn good. Here's just one more. No, run him. I'm going to sneak outside. If I put up with one more drunken idiot, I'm going to punch somebody. Hi, nice to see you. Welcome to Market 41. Welcome back to a Quantum News Network production of the Scooter McGee Show. I'm not bagging anybody at Market 41. There were some great days, some great times. Just thank God we don't have to relive them. Other than my nightmares. Some of my nightmares, I hope, will not come true. I hope to holy high hell, and I pray to Jesus Christ that Joe is right. The Antifa movement that is scheduled for November 4th through 6th gets stopped dead in its tracks. And I don't use that euphemism, dead in its tracks, in a physical manner. I mean in a... Okay, Sam's got me in my head now of using the right word. I'm using the word dead in the water as an alliteration. Nothing more, nothing less. I hope more and more Americans, as they wake up, are getting the real news. And they're not getting the fake news. I am not a fan of Laura Ingram's. I'm not negative towards her per se, but I'm not necessarily positive towards her per se. But I find it interesting, post-election, the interviews, or lack thereof, that Trump has given. He feeds it to Fox. We're now November. Next week will be the 1-year anniversary of his election. January marks the 1 year. But the argument today of record tax cuts. $1.5 trillion sweeping tax cuts across the board. The argument $1 trillion of it going to the big business, and $0.5 trillion of it going to the middle class. The Democrats are already screaming that this will implode the entire Bugatti. Anybody notice that we just announced who our next Federal Reserve chair is, even though Janet Yellen hasn't filled out her term yet? And it's not something that I encourage, but in previous administrations, they maintain status quo. For Trump to come out today talking about the numbers, not that I want to give credit to Obama, but not that I'm going to give any credit to Obama, but 8 years showed how much growth. Conscious, subconscious, manipulated, unmanipulated. The stock market numbers are going in a direction that are record-breaking. That can only go on so long. The announcement now coming out of the White House, we have a new Fed chair. Janet Yellen will not be asked to continue on. And if you remove the economic indicators from earlier this year regarding the hurricanes, the numbers may have been different. And that's all hypothetical, and there's where the problem now lays. Because once Trump gets back from overseas, and I put a big if on he gets back from overseas. I'm joking tonight, happy birthday to the ISS, but the International Space Station is now 17 years old. Many of you don't trust cars that are over 5 years old, even though you're upside down on a 96-year or 96-month, car loan. Thank God it's not a 96-year car loan. Good God. Yeah, that's what I'll pay for my Chevy Volt. Assuming, and what the code name for what we know was Angel for 2001, September 11th, Air Force One. Let's just assume, and there is something in my third eye in the back of my head that Trump is going to be stupid enough. And yet this photo, if he does it, will be game-changing. Earlier this summer, pundits made a joke about it. But this actually could come to fruition in this next week. As President Trump flies to the Far East, he'll be visiting Japan, China, and including Seoul, South Korea. There are many who have encouraged Trump when he goes. You go to the DMZ, go stand on the wall, and go stare down the North Koreans. Okay, are you out of your mind? Even if the North Koreans have some of the most horse weapons on the face of this planet, you're going to tell me they can't reach out and touch him at 500 yards, 750 yards, 800 yards? If I can do it hungover on a Saturday morning at 831 yards, and I have no military training other than JROTC, and I was kicked out of 7 high school or military schools as a kid, I'm sorry, no. There is no way on God's green earth that the Secret Service, the United States military, and all the armed forces can protect one man who pops his head up on that wall. And if a North Korean sniper took him out, oh dear God. And that could be the argument. It was a North Korean sniper. I've begged you 101,000 times by dawn's early light. You might want to watch the movie. Because art preconditions life. Art does not imitate life. But back to the Federal Reserve. So Trump is successful or not, but at least let's assume he gets back to the United States safe. Now he has the problems of still being able to push tax reform through, whether or not he can get that done. Obamacare, that's still on the rails. And NAFTA, all of the promises made, but as we get to the end of 2017, promises made versus promises kept, you have to ask legitimate questions. Who's working on whose behalf? Now, I can see the Republican argument. $1 trillion plus in tax cuts for businesses and $500 billion plus tax cuts for the citizens. As businesses will bring back more money, as corporations will repatriate their money. We heard $2-3 trillion. Today, Fox News, Laura Ingraham interviewing President Trump from the White House on November 2nd, 2017, on the eve of his leaving. That number now pushing estimated maybe $4 trillion overseas. Simplifying the tax code. Simplifying the brackets. And the Democrats are making it sound as if Trump is, putting babies on spikes as he's getting ready to go to Air Force One to get out of here. But I bring up Air Force One because, again, there are two of them that we know of. There could very well be a third that we have no idea about. Who's to suggest that Operation Northwoods couldn't actually be used on Air Force One? As I started this segment, I hope to holy high hell I'm wrong. And I hope and I pray to Jesus Christ that I'm wrong. But a perfect opportunity of continuity of government to be inserted while the president and the staff are suddenly out of communication. They're overseas. And even if, God forbid, a goose hit Air Force One. Yeah, go look at all the pictures of geese and ducks hitting planes, how much damage they do. But the perfect obfuscation and cover-up, whether it was a directed energy beam weapon, whether it was a sniper, whether it was someone on the ground who pointed a laser at the cockpit. It's why it makes me nervous that, again, and Joe's right, back to preconditioning and art preconditioning life, war games. All the Whopper does is 24/7, 365 days. All it does is fight World War III and the possible scenarios. I forget the name of the general. Well, I know his acting name. He's in Northern Exposure as well. But I'd piss on a damn spark plug if I thought it'd do any good. Why can't we just unplug the damn thing? No. That would simulate a shutdown of NORAD and it would carry out its last... What? And War Games was what year?
Are you listening to the Scooter McGee Show? Well, misery does love company. Stay tuned to News Talk 1310 KFKA.
Come see and hear a sensational night of rock and roll at the Union Colony Civic Center in Greeley, November 10th at 7:30. Neil Berg's 50 Years of Rock and Roll showcases Broadway stars and incredible rock and roll singers. You'll experience classic songs and stories from the 50-year history of the music that changed the world forever. Neil Berg's 50 Years of Rock and Roll at the Union Colony Civic Center in Greeley, November 10th at 7:30. For tickets and more information, call 356-5000 or go online to ucstars.com.
So you think the Pawn Stars are in Vegas, huh? Have you been to City National Pawn? 3301 West 10th Street in Greeley, and you're the Pawn Star. With great deals on commercial and industrial tools, electronics, smartphones, laptops, and fine jewelry, so many great deals and a constantly changing inventory guarantee you get the best deal in town at City National Pawn. Need quick cash fast? City National Pawn has got you covered there too. Monday through Friday and Saturdays, remember, you're the Pawn Star at City National Pawn, 3301 West 10th Street in Greeley.
You got a favorite t-shirt, right? Come on, admit it. You've got several. From killer concerts, the Grand Canyon, Vegas, and memories live in them. Create a treasure to remember with Windmill Productions. Years from now, you'll still be thanking Trevor and Kim for the attention to detail and quality that make the memories last a lifetime. Located at 813 East 18th Street, Windmill Productions on Facebook, Windmill Productions 914, or windmillprographics.com. Or give them a call, 970-702-2636.
What may be junk to you just might be another man's treasure. From stamps, sports memorabilia, silverware, or old jewelry, what may be junk to you just might be another man's treasures. Located at 2002 9th Street in Greeley, Another Man's Treasures can take these old items and convert them into cold, hard cash. Located at 2002 9th Street, remember Another Man's Treasure.
Matt Rivette started in real estate just in time for the bottom to fall out of the market, and it turns out it was a good time to start. From day one, Matt Rivette had to do it right, serve the client, turn for sale into sold. 32 years later, we know market conditions will change, but Matt Rivette's commitment to you won't. This is a good time to get to know Matt Rivette at Pro Realty. List your commercial, income, or residential property with Matt Rivette. Call Matt Rivette at 970-356-1234 or go to ProRealtyHomes.com.
The home of the UNC Bears.
The one-handed catch, stepping in front of the defender to haul it in at the 22.
Northern Colorado's football station, 1310 KFKA.
UNC hits the road this Saturday evening to match up with the Sacramento State Hornets. I'm Troy Coverdale. Join Aaron Rapp and me beginning at 6:05 for Blue and Gold Game Day. The Workout West kickoff is at 7 o'clock as the Bears and Hornets tangle in Sacramento Saturday night.
The following program is closed captioned for the thinking impaired.
Be guided by what he says. It's your only hope.
Like the Scooter McGee Show, we won't judge you. Go to Facebook and click like. Listen weeknights 9 to midnight only on 1310 KFKA.
A man decides after 17 years that what he goes there for is to unlock the door. Well, those around him criticize and sleep.
Good evening, Gotham. Welcome back. This coming off of Market Watch, and these numbers are not good. Headlines up at 1310kfk.com, on social media, Facebook / The Scooter McGee Show, via Twitter at The Scooter McGee. Millennials. They think communism's kind of chill. What? Excuse me? The report clearly revealing a need for educating our youth on the dangerous implications of socialist ideals. The Halloween tweet that has since gone viral, Donald Trump Jr. jokingly, although who really knows these days is the subquote, of which nobody's talking about the guy who worked at Twitter on his last day deleting Trump's Twitter account. What? Are you effing kidding me? Oh, Twitter fixed it, so don't worry about it. Oh, I mean, you want to talk about a disgruntled employee? I thought I had the corner on that market. Apparently not. Donald Trump Jr. tweeting, I'm going to take half of Chloe's candy tonight and give it to some kid who sat at home. It's never too early to teach her, Chloe, about socialism. And there's the picture of the little girl and her little, trick-or-treating bucket. And there's candy, and she's not looking very happy about having half her candy taken away. And who could blame her? Market Watch says that Donald Trump Jr. should share his wisdom with other millennials. According to the latest survey from the Victims of Communism Memorial Foundation, a D.C.-based not-for-profit, 1 in 2, that's 50% of millennials, say they would rather live in a socialist or communist country than a capitalist country. What's more, 22% of them have a favorable view of Karl Marx, and surprising numbers see Joseph Stalin and Kim Jong-un as heroes. But really, that's what the numbers show. Personal heroes in the world. Ronald Reagan, some of these names are just, you got to be effing kidding me, but they're taking them in the political context. Ronald Reagan, Bernie Sanders, G.W. Bush, Justin Trudeau, Angela Merkel, depending upon how you pronounce her name. Donald Trump, Hillary Clinton, you got to be effing Hillary Clinton? 30% of millennials think she's a hero. 26% of millennials think Che Guevara is a hero. 25% of millennials think Vladimir Putin is a hero. 18% of millennials think Karl Marx is a hero. 17% believe Vladimir Lenin is a hero. Mao Zedong, 16%. Joseph Stalin, 13%. Kim Jong-un, 13%. And Nicolas Maduro, 12%. Millennials now making up the largest generation in America, and deeply worrisome trends, according to Marion Smith, the executive director of the organization. That organization, again, being the Victims of Communism Memorial Foundation. 1 in 2 millennials think that socialism and capitalism is a good idea. Wow. I'll bet they all got straight A's in school, too. Boys and girls, the opinions, views, and ideas expressed on this show, as crazy as they may be, do not represent those station owners, management, staff, interns, or mascots, and we'll be back for a final hour. God willing. Peace out. We'll see you on the other side.
Witness the impossible at the